long time. Been on the pod for a minute. Been spitting bad takes for really as long as you've been breathing, Jew. Like, really, for real. Like, you ain't took no days off. What you 24? You 24 already?
I am.
24 years of cap. Like, I commend you personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was a cap of honor, like a cap ring or something like that, the cap bowl, something like that, you would be a part of it. You would be a part of it.
So
Yeah, what's good with you this morning, bro?
I couldn't really sleep last night. There's just something going on tomorrow. Something big.
Your situationship told you to put on them stripes today.
What's wrong with stripes,
What's wrong with stripes? She didn't tell you.
bro? I rock stripes, bro. You're just not knowing. Like, it works for me.
Clearly not, though.
that is like a. No, go ahead.
Like, we got around the round table, little Joey. What's up with you? Oh, getting ahead of myself.
Doing all right, man. Doing all right.
Now, Joey, you know you're not safe. I mean, you're a part of the podcast now, so I can get on YouTube.
Facts.
I can get on YouTube.
Right.
All right, I'm just putting it out there. But anywho, that's a for our part. You already know what it is. Beautiful morning, Saturday. Finally, I love a Saturday morning. That's like back in the day. A lot of things happened with the NBA over the past week. So we've really got to discuss the NBA basketball, especially the basketball that's coming today as well. Definitely got a full slate of games. I think we got some going at 3 as well. So we could really, I think my Lakers play at 4 too. Luka's not playing tonight though. It's just all right though.
I gotta update my fantasy lineup.
Definitely, yeah, definitely, definitely do that. So that's a good thing. But
What's up? Actually, speaking on fantasy, let's go with your fantasy team, Mo. Like, since you're the number one,
I've never managed that team a day in my life.
You're
Once
the
my
number
first
one.
pick was Pascal Siakam, I already conceded. Like, I'm gonna keep it a me. Like, I'm
I
not
thought
gonna
you were number one NBA ball knower. I checked the standings the other day. 1-14.
Yeah, it's never been managed. Like, you could check the you could check the record. Like, got people missing from the lineup, everything like that. Again, no trades have been made, no shake. I don't have the app.
I don't want to hear excuses.
But it's all good though. Anywho, big as the what part 2. Now for real though, we got to talk Super Bowl. Got it going next or yesterday. I mean tomorrow. What? I'm tripping. Tomorrow, a lot to talk about there. So let's talk. Let's get a general sense of what we're seeing here. Of course, we got some big dogs. Really, it's a quarterback matchup, a defensive matchup, O-line. I mean, it's a lot to look at, gentlemen. So what are you excited to see the most?
Why'd you make that face?
What specific matchup?
It doesn't have to be a matchup. It could just be, just seeing your favorite players. It could be anything. We're gonna get into some matchups later, though.
You can go first.
I do want to see how our O-line works against their D-line, or really just their defense as a whole. I just want to see like how dominant we can be, because I felt like we've been dominant all year, like the whole year. I don't know why we wouldn't be in the biggest stage. I know they have Chris Jones and some really good D linemen. Like these are the best guys in the league, so it's definitely going to be tough. But I do think Saquon wins that matchup. It's the only way the Eagles have a chance to win, I think. So I think that's one of the bigger matchups for sure.
We all know Saquon is an X. I mean, if he goes, then that team goes. Jew.
I can second what Ian said. Eagles offense or Eagles running game as a whole versus Chiefs defense. Because, I mean, if the Eagles control the ball tomorrow, I think they're going to win, honestly. I think they're a better team in terms of just being a complete team, better roster, more talent. But there is that Mahomes experience, not even just Mahomes, but Chiefs experience winning factor that we have to take that into account too. So I would say outside of that matchup, I want to see, or given that matchup, actually, I want to see how the Chiefs secondary matches up with AJ Brown and Smith and those Eagles receivers, because I feel like they're gonna have to add a guy to the box to stop Saquon. Like I feel like that would be the game plan because you can't let Saquon beat you. Like that would just be foolish. So they'll have to add a guy to the box, meaning that one of those guys is getting one-on-one consistently. So whether it's going to be Smitty versus McDuffie or AJ Brown versus McDuffie, I really want to see that matchup. Because if the Eagles can throw the ball off of those, good looks of one-on-one coverage, it's going to be tough to stop them tomorrow. So I'm excited to see that.
Now we mentioned that running back matchup. LaJoy, you got anything about the game as a whole before we get into some of these?
Yeah, I mean, nothing that I haven't heard before. I mean, I think, again, the O-line, the Eagles O-line, best in the league against, this defense. And I want to see how, Kansas City's defense goes against the run. But, there's a lot of moving parts to this, and I think that's going to be a really interesting matchup to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing that they failed to mention. Julian tried to highlight it. He did. He tried to highlight it. All right. But it's not so much the winning factor, it's the referees. Okay. It's the referees.
That's
all
fair.
right. So we need to take that into account before we start picking who's going to win the Super Bowl. I've seen it time and time again. Right? These games are never blowouts. You know what I mean? It's just a few key plays here and there. All right. So that's what I'm looking at. That's the matchup I'm looking at.
That will also
a few key plays here and there, right?
That would scare me as an Eagles fan because you really can't leave it up to the refs when you need a 50-50 call. You know that it's going to Kansas City. So I feel like the Eagles kind of need to go out and win the game. Like it can't be we need a call here and there. Like some other teams get the benefit of that doubt. Like I don't think they're gonna do that tomorrow. I would be surprised. So
it's not sweet the territory that you're entering now. Oh no! Let me tell you.
No, definitely not. But three-peats on the line. Mahomes' fourth ring is on the line.
Let me tell you what they did though. So Taylor Swift, she actually got 4 suites. She got 4 suite sections. But what they did was they sledgehammered the walls, right? So it's just one big lounge for her and her constituents. Okay.
Are you lying?
Don't know. What now?
Are you for real?
Yes, I'm very for real. What you don't know is there's also a controller behind the table. Okay, it's almost like a joystick. All right. There's a call button on there. There's a little bit of movement to pan the different, camera angles, that sort of thing, right? To manipulate that. Call in at any time. It's a walkie-talkie down there. You see what I'm saying?
it is going to be tough.
Turn the pylon camera off for this. Yeah. That's how it'll work. Let's get into it, though. I'm going to skip the first one since y'all were talking running backs. All right. So last year in the Super Bowl, we had a challenge that I made. All right. I don't know if y'all remember. So we were matching up the passing yards between Purdy and Mahomes. We were matching up the running back, rushing yards, right? We were all of that. But let's do a little bit of that today. Okay. So we got Saquon up here. Of course, that's the best running back in league. Okay. Going up against Isaiah Pacheco. All right. In that game. Who's going to get more rushing yards between the Eagles and the Chiefs for this game? And why do you think that?
Definitely Eagles. I'll just go ahead and start it off because they have to. The Chiefs, honestly, are pass first this year, and they haven't been every year, but this year especially, they kind of throw those quick screens, throw those little RPOs, all that stuff, getting the ball out of Mahomes' hands quickly. So I would definitely say Saquon, or not just Saquon, Eagles rushing for sure, because Jalen Hurts is a factor too. Jalen Hurts too.
Yeah, what Julian said, with Jalen Hurts, I feel like Jalen Hurts is gonna have a really good game running. I feel like he has to. especially like if they're focusing on Saquon. Like if the end keeps crashing down, like he's gotta keep it a couple times just to keep him honest. Open up holes for Saquon. So I do think our running game is going to be a little bit better than theirs. I mean, they can run the ball too. It's just different styles. But I do think Saquon definitely have more yards.
Y'all seem very certain. I don't know
Bro,
if I can.
if the Chiefs get more rushing yards than the Eagles, I think it will be a blowout. So I'm hoping for the Eagles to run the ball well. Like I'll be shocked if they don't run the ball
It's a possession game.
30 times tomorrow. Like I want to see like 30 rushes from the Eagles.
No, Saquon might get 30 alone. I feel like Saquon's gonna like get the ball almost every play, or at least be featured.
But gentlemen, like we've
Be
been
involved in
alluding
a lot.
to, you have to pick your poison at the end of the day. Okay.
Mhm.
So would you
Mhm.
rather Jalen Hurts with his turnover history to air it out all night?
No.
Or would you rather them, run the ball up and down your throat with Saquon? Like I just feel like,
I mean, we know what the Chiefs would rather do. Like, of course, they don't want
For
Saquon
sure.
to beat them, but like, it's just gonna be will the Eagles allow the Chiefs to dictate their game plan? Like, if
that's
it was
all.
me, I'm not doing that. I know that I have the best running game in the league. I have the best offensive line. I have Saquon Barkley in the backfield and Jalen Hurts. Like, no, I'm not gonna go away from the run game. You gotta show me that you can stop it, and I don't mean once.
It would be the
you
first
gotta literally
time.
show me.
It would be the first time we see a team go away from the right game when
It wouldn't.
they're going to get stuff. So it's just like all I'm saying is if they give them a few looks where it's again they're stacking that box, all right,
They will.
making it difficult. Jalen Hurts will have to make some plays. Like and
I agree.
Yeah, it's the Super Bowl.
It
Like-
is the Super Bowl.
Purdy had to make some plays last year. He was one play short, really winning the whole thing. It just wasn't good enough. But I do think Jalen's good enough to make those throws. Like we saw it in the NFC Championship, like big throws. He had to make them. I think he can. Like we saw it last Super Bowl. Like
Nah, he can play, bro. Jalen Hurts can play. Like, yeah, he'll be okay.
All right. Again, turnover history.
That's a huge key to the
Turnover
game.
history. All right, I'm just saying. The Joey rushing yards between the Chiefs and the Eagles.
I feel like it's got to be the Eagles, right? Like surely it's got and I think that's fully dependent on again, like if that Chiefs defense is going to be able to stop the run. If that's totally contingent, if they're going to force Jalen Hurts to air it out a little bit, he's got the personnel to do it. I think it's just more so if he can protect the ball and get the ball where it needs to be. So surely it's got to be the Eagles.
And Joey, a common theme we've had on this podcast is divas at the wide receiver position. You see what I'm saying? Don't let it be the end of the second quarter. To be AJ Brown. He's been one-on-one all night. Y'all just running into traffic all day, like turmoil, all of that aggression.
I feel like he knows what's up. They just gotta hit when he gets his opportunity. Like I feel like it'll be one of those games where it's ground and pound. Like Eagles will stay committed to the run, and there will be like 3 specific plays where AJ Brown's going to be one-on-one and deep, and like the Eagles need to hit on those plays.
And when they don't, though, is what I'm saying.
If they don't, then receivers are liable to get an attitude and things like that. So, like I said, if the Eagles hit on those plays, I think they'll be hard to stop.
It's a domino effect. Now we're not blocking the edge. Now we're going home. But yeah, what happened?
I'm just saying. I don't think AJ Brown needs to have a big game for us to win. Like
he doesn't need to.
I definitely think there's a possibility he might get a little frustrated, but I feel like he understands the game plan. Like he understands.
Someone needs to though.
Yeah, I mean, someone
been about need though. Is all I'm saying. Like y'all have been a winning football team, and folks have been crying in the locker room. You see what I'm saying? So it's never been about that.
I mean, it's one game though. It's the Super Bowl. Like, I don't think he cares if he gets 20 yards or 90 yards. I just think he cares about winning. Like I do think like in certain situations he might have to catch a ball, or Devontae is gonna have to catch a ball like in a situation, but like I don't think it's gonna have to be like everyone. Like
someone's going to have to win one-on-one.
I think Devontae will have a big game or Goddard. Like
I agree with that too, because it's gonna be. I feel like I don't know. I really don't know what the Chiefs are going to do. Like, I don't know if they're going to send a few guys at AJ Brown and then like throw McDuffie on Smitty, like, or they're going to throw McDuffie on AJ Brown and just let the rest rock. Like, I have no clue what they're going to do.
It's a
Because the
perfect
numbers
segue.
game is different.
Let's talk game plan here. All right. So I personally believe this is a very interesting coaching matchup. Right. We talk about the two styles of Sirianni and Reed. I mean, So let's talk strategy for a second here. Obviously, we've been worried about Saquon the entirety of this podcast. This 15 minutes we've been talking Super Bowl. All right. Julian, how do you stop a dominant running back like Saquon?
Win the line of scrimmage. That's the best way you can do it.
Winning the line of scrimmage. Do you believe the Chiefs have the personnel on that line to make it difficult for a talent like Saquon?
Absolutely. I mean, you got, Chris Jones, Karlaftis, and those guys. I mean, they definitely do have horses in the middle of that defense. So, yes, they can make it difficult. But the Eagles, I mean, I don't know. If they don't commit another man to the line to the box, I don't see it happening, honestly.
Even if they do, though, they could still get beat, though.
Because you got to think, like, we always talk about the value that running quarterbacks bring. I've been talking about this for years, like with Lamar, his value is so high, even like Lamar, Josh Allen, all those guys who can run. Their value is so high to the running game because someone has to be a defender for them. It creates an extra blocker for your offense. So even if they're committing an extra guy to the box, it's still like it kind of like it's canceled out because Jalen Hurts is a runner. So I don't know. The numbers game is going to be interesting in this game. But I think the Eagles will have success running the ball. I do.
And can he be stopped?
Yeah, he definitely can be stopped. You're just gonna have to force.
You're not a fan, bro. I'm sorry. You're not a fan, bro.
Oh, it's just it's fact.
Expecting you to lie to me. Nah.
You asked me, do I think? You said
I asked Julian for a rational answer. I expect you to lie to me. It's about to be game day. Like, show some more pride. Like, you're at least you wearing Chiefs red, like in gold.
Oh my God!
it's strange territory that we're in.
Listen. You said can they?
Bro, I wish I was at home for this tomorrow to see Ian crash after they lose. Like, that would just be hilarious. I know he's gonna crash.
He'll be bitty billers and neutrals deep. You know what I'm saying? Acting a fool.
Nah, but can they? Yeah, of course they can. Like, they have one of the best defensive coordinators ever. Like, he's won 4 Super Bowls, I think, already. Like, come on. Like, if they, the only reason I think they can is, like, I feel like the only way they can win the game is if they stop Saquon. Like, if Saquon goes for 150, 200, like, they're going to lose. So, like, they're going to have to do everything in their power to stop him, which I think they're just going to make Jalen throw the ball the whole game, which is a formula to win at times.
At times it's crazy. Let's talk numbers though. Exactly. So, like, if Saquon gets X amount of rushing yards or over X amount of rushing yards, the Eagles win the game. Let's think about this for a second.
Like 130.
130 is a lot of yards.
I think that is even higher. Like,
that's a lot of yards that we're talking about on the ground.
Say that they win. Like, that they're definitely winning, I think it's even higher, like 160. Like, I think it's going to be high to say it's a definite win.
160 is that. So 200 yards on the ground.
You got to think, though, a big part of his game is being so explosive. So if he busts a run for 70 yards and then the rest of the game, he only rushes for 50 yards.
Well, I don't think being explosive is going to help us, though. Like, that's giving the ball right back to the Chiefs. In my opinion,
explosive plays are how you win in football. I mean,
yeah, that's true. But you can also win the game by controlling the ball and controlling.
But I'm saying, I mean, you always will take an explosive play when you can get it, like, especially if it's an explosive score. Like, you gotta.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying obviously you're going to take it, but I'm just saying I don't think that definitely means we're going to win the game. You're going to give the ball right back to Mahomes.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah. I'm agreeing with you on that point. That's why I'm saying it's a higher number.
I mean, but I think he can grind out 130. I've seen him do it.
He can grind out 130, but within that, there has to be chunks of like 30, 40. Like,
you can get that in the pass game if they're committing. If they're committing at the line,
that's fair. If you have no explosive plays, you'll lose tomorrow.
Yeah, obviously.
But I don't see an explosive play on the ground though. Like they're going to be doing everything in their power to keep that from happening. Is what I'm saying.
All you need is one time. You see it pretty much every week with the Eagles. Like Saquon is about 9 yards down the field. Nobody has touched him yet.
What is an explosive play by definition? Are we talking 20 or more?
I'm pretty sure it's like 20 or more.
20 or more, they will lose if they allow that from Saquon. Yes, they will lose that.
I'll be shocked if he doesn't rush for a 20-yard game. Like the Eagles line is too good.
A 20-yard game.
The Eagles line is too good. There'll be a time where he's one-on-one with the defensive back.
But dude, it's just like, you know,
I don't think they're gonna get him down. If they make those tackles tomorrow, Super Bowl's over. That hasn't been happening all year. One-on-one in the alley with Saquon. You lose. Those are losing plays. Justin Reed is gonna be him tomorrow. It'll be McDuffie tomorrow. All those guys are gonna have to make tackles on him one-on-one. If they get him down, I mean, we gotta tip our caps to them. I just don't see it happening. Open field, Saquon one-on-one with a DB, like it's not a winning recipe. So we'll see.
Joey, at times we can simplify sports to one job. We say, you got one job when you go out there on that field. You got one target. There's one thing that cannot happen out here in order for us to be successful at the end of the ball game. What I'm trying to say is if they allow Saquon to go for 20 or more in the open field, you see what I'm saying? Like the offense is churning at that point. Julian, you just said that's a week by week thing with the Eagles. What was their record?
A lot to a little. I don't know.
What I'm saying. So it's just like, again, you cannot allow them to play within themselves and their game plan, et cetera, et cetera.
But the Eagles are saying the same thing. They're saying we're not going to get out of our game plan. We're going to do what we do.
It's a battle. Now we're going to the trenches for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just going to be who's more of a man tomorrow. Like who's going to move who. So if the Eagles don't move other men tomorrow, they're going to lose.
You still got eyelashes, bro?
It's funny because like the dude who we played who I said that, I'm number one, I don't even remember. Like I don't remember.
I got you too.
Everything I know, bro. You know Noah's a liar, bro. So like you got to take anything Noah says with a grain of salt. Like there is really a 65% chance that never happened. But the game that we were playing those guys, like I was wrecking them like badly. Like they were getting wrecked.
Was that not Mary Persons?
No, that was not Mary Persons. That was Mary Persons was like the most boring game for me because nobody's even over me. So don't even do that. But that was the game before that.
Oh no, I was just gonna fail Joey. So Joey in high school, Drew used to play football. You were on the line, right, Drew?
Mm-hmm.
He was on the line. Noah came back after a game one day. It told us a story about how somebody on the opposing team like proclaimed that Julian was sweet because he had eyelashes, like right, like he had lengthy eyelashes to the point where he could see it through the helmet. I guess
I do have long eyelashes.
Yeah, I'm saying so. He
The helmet is crazy.
Yeah, through the helmet, like Friday Night Lights. That's insane.
I don't think that actually happened. There were few niggas bold enough to talk trash to me. I'm just gonna be honest.
Was that on the kick?
You can ask Noah. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't remember. You have to ask Noah so he can
wrap it up.
Refill in his cap. Yeah, because I'm not on if that actually happened. But what's it called? I don't remember many who were bold enough to talk shit, and if they did, they usually were silenced. So, we'll leave it at that though.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Peace, D&D queen. Let's try this
Noah?
again. Yeah. I don't know why I got 2 contacts for Noah.
Yeah,
his real number is.
You got two. You got 2 phones.
I guess.
His number. Damn, I have 4 numbers for this. His
Yeah,
real
like
number,
why is that? Like,
his real number is 404.
Don't leak it on the pod. Don't leak it on the pod.
Yeah, my fault. It's the one that ends in 9757.
You're welcome, Noah. You're welcome.
that would be strange.
I don't.
Yeah, Big Noah is not a sought after commodity. I don't think we have scammers on the pod, do we? Chat.
No.
Better be safe than sorry.
Anywho, we didn't. I mean, okay, so we did talk about the game plan as far as trying to stop the high octane Eagles offense there, but as we know, Patrick Mahomes and the boys, championship pedigree. They've proven to win many different football games in adverse conditions, situations, right? It really hasn't mattered. I don't know if a formula has ever been made, really, to stop these guys. So with the same breath of how do we stop Saquon? How do we stop Patrick Mahomes if you're Sirianni in the game?
I think you can go.
No, go ahead.
I think it's going to just have to be up to Jalen Carter in the interior of the D line for the Eagles. Like, I think we're just going to have to make him escape the pocket, get pressure on him, and get him down. Like, that's the biggest part, especially when he moves around the pocket. Like, he cannot extend plays. If he extends plays like he did last Super Bowl against us, like, we're not winning. Like, you can't win. You can't win like that because someone's going to be open. Travis Kelce's going to be down the field 40 yards. Like, so I think we just need to get pressure from the inside, and the corners just have to be good, honestly, especially because I think we're going to be in a lot of man because their team is just too good in zone. Travis Kelce just knows their spots. So just have to be on point. And pressure is just the most important part.
Again, everything you described has not been done. Julian, what do we do? What do we do to stop him?
Well, it definitely has been done by the Bucks when they played in the Super Bowl, but
they did.
Yeah.
It basically would be the Bucks formula. Like, you gotta pressure him with 4 players. You can't really blitz him. That's never worked from day one. So you got to get pressure with only the defensive line. Kind of like Ian was saying, you got to keep that guy in the pocket, and when he does, you cannot let him like break your back with those little Mahomes 8-yard first down runs. Calm down. Calm down.
What?
Okay.
What, bro?
You never heard of backbreakers? You never heard of backbreakers?
What?
Bro, don't look at me like that. You need to calm down. But anyways, those little 8-yard runs, like, those are demoralizers. So you can't let those happen on third down and long. But if they can pressure them before, I think they'll be okay.
Definitely, Buccaneers. Okay, I can see it. I definitely can.
I don't think that will happen because, like, he had both of his offensive tackles out.
Of course not.
So that's
Mustache has had many years to develop counters for that. Like,
facts.
Many years. So and there's no Brady as well.
Facts. Stop.
I'm gonna keep it a bean, and I'm gonna go back to the quarterback situation. It's not gonna be. You can't stop these guys, right? It's gonna be a close game at the end of the night. Like, we all should go ahead and assume and expect that they don't.
Why should I expect that?
Well, thank you, fam. Like, bring it out a little bit, but they typically don't. You think about that Chiefs team. I don't see this becoming a shootout, is what I'm trying to say. I really don't believe this is going to go past like 35 points or something of that nature. It's going to be in
total?
The trenches. Between two. I don't think either team is going to score more than 35 points. Like, that's a lot of points. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be it's gonna come down to those minuscule details that a championship team that that just got through doing it. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to do. I don't really know what type of game plan you make for it. I think what Drew said though, you have to win the game early. Like if they could find a way to put multiple scores up on the board, they'll still come back on you though.
Yeah, they will.
They're going to come back. The Eagles will have to play from ahead though, but they're going to come back. We know that.
But I honestly I don't know if they could.
I don't know.
We have Saquon.
I mean, it would be tough. It would be tougher than usual, I'll say, but we already know the vibes. Like an untimely turnover happens every time. Like somebody fumbles, somebody throws an interception. Like one of those things is going to happen, or they're going to get the double up, score before halftime and then score at halftime. Like something like that's going to happen to get them back in it. So I don't think they're not getting blown out.
I don't know what you do. Maybe Travis Kelce is old though at this point. Like maybe he finally buckles or
we're going to see one of those plays where he's running across the middle and he laterals the ball to somebody else on a big play tomorrow and he ends up going to fall to his knees.
I'll definitely be pissed off. We alluded to it a little bit, gentlemen. I want to switch gears to a different matchup that we have. Of course, the matchup that is most on the airwaves and that sort of thing. We always love to talk about our quarterbacks, right? Jalen Hurts. We know what he brings to the table, skills and drills, has a very large throwing arm, if you will, and can also ground and pound as well. Pause. So we got Mahomes over there. We know he does too. So, gentlemen, who has a better overall game? We can add in the rushing yards as well because Mahomes has been known to scramble. So, who's going to have a better offensive performance between the two quarterbacks and why?
I feel like it's going to be Mahomes. Just because I think there's going to be more that's put on him. Like I think that the Chiefs will throw the ball a lot, honestly. A lot of those, like I said, those quick passes, just like extensions of the run game. So basically runs, but those are the quick screens. Those to what's the fast dude's name?
Xavier.
Xavier Worthy. Things like that. Just little quick plays to get the ball in their guys' hands. So I think he'll have a better game, but he'll have a better game by the numbers, but I don't know if he'll have a better game in total.
So you're saying
I think Jalen Hurts is going to play really well tomorrow.
It's the straddling of the fence. Wait. No, I need a definitive answer from you. What?
The numbers, I just gave a definitive answer. I think in terms of the numbers, Patrick Mahomes will have the better game, but I do think Jalen Hurts is going to play really well too, just not numbers-wise.
So you believe Patrick Mahomes will have more passing yards and rushing yards?
Oh, not rushing. I don't think he'll have more rushing yards.
But more overall yards.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Joey, talk to me.
I think it's just going to come down to decision making and who's going to be able to operate better under pressure. And I think there's a lot of, again, like we already touched on, what the defensive lines of both these teams are going to have to do to put pressure on these guys. But I think, like, if push comes to shove and the pressure is being put on them, who's going to stay cool, calm, and collected and be able to make the right decision and make the decisions that will win their team the ball game at this point. And I just feel like I would have to say Mahomes would probably be the better performer just because of his, again, like you guys said, ability to extend plays and just kind of, stay cool, calm, and collected. He's battle tested. He's, again, like he's fighting for his fourth ring here. So I think he's definitely got that on his resume. And I think at the rate Jalen Hurts has been playing with recently, I got to go with Mahomes.
Now, Julian, did you see how he did that?
I did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, clear.
I want to touch on
Slides.
something that he said.
You know what I'm saying?
Though, 'cause it's
Like made
about
a
the game
decision
plan.
about the player game, that full rationale. Like
Yes,
you know
yes,
what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes. I want to touch on something that he said though, because
Okay.
a big part of the game plan I feel like tomorrow is we didn't talk so much about Kellen Moore, the Eagles offensive coordinator, but I really want to see. Uh, he said who's gonna react better under pressure. Joey did. I want to see who's gonna. More importantly, Jalen, if he's gonna have a plan for pressure, like the blitz packages that Spagnuolo is gonna send at him, I would really like to see how he's gonna handle that. I'm not worried about him choking or anything like that. Like he's proven to not be a choker. Like from college to now, like I think he'll be okay. I don't think it'll be the pressure, but the literal pressure, like people in your face, I'm worried about that. And to see if the Eagles have a good plan to combat that. Because in past years, last year especially, had no plan. I mean, it was awful to watch. Like this is why Ian, he was saying I was hating, but like I wasn't. It was just really bad to watch. Like that was easy to beat them. So I'm excited to see what he does tomorrow when Spagnuolo sends those, you know, cat blitzes from the corner or the safety walks down, they blitz. Like I want to see what happens.
Turnover history. Go ahead, Ian. What's up?
Like I really like what Joey said. Like I really do think the decision making is really going to matter. Because both teams run RPOs. Got to Hurts is going to have to figure out if he's going to keep it half the time. So that decision making is really going to matter. And the turnovers. Honestly, I keep hearing Spags. He likes the blitzes, like different blitzes, like unique blitzes that other coaches don't run. But if I'm him, I would just send 4 because I don't feel like Jalen's really like I don't think he's successful when he has time to throw, and his numbers actually go down significantly when he does have time to throw. So if I'm Spags, I'm really just letting him see the field because I feel like if he's getting pressured, he's gonna just throw it to his first option, and more times,
Just not always good.
but more times than not, that player is gonna win because the defender is not better. That's just how it is.
Yeah, but like that's true until someone is sitting under that, like until you throw it an in cut and there's a linebacker sinking right underneath that and it goes for 6. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if that's I don't know if that's the recipe for success. Like I
don't know. I think we have the O line and the Saquon's been a very good protection running back. So I feel like if we pick up the blitzes, someone's gonna be open. So I feel like,
true. But I don't think I hate that stat about like when quarterbacks have like a long time to throw because that's when they're taking too long to throw.
Yeah.
Standing there, like he's hitching. Like that's not what I'm talking about. Like it's more like if he has a chance to go through a few reads, like he needs to have a chance to go through 2 reads, 3 reads, because like when Spagnuolo sends those pressures, I want to see what happens. We saw last year versus Bowles. It was Todd Bowles in the playoffs, right? That's who y'all played.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last year. He looked confused and stuck. Like he was standing there, first read taken away. There's 3 guys rushing at him within 2 yards. He didn't know what to do. Fumbles the ball. Throws an interception. Like I don't want to see him panic. So like I said, I want to see what the plan for pressure is.
One thing I do think is different this year is he's not turning the ball over. He's taking sacks, which does hurt. Like, but he's not turning the ball over, which still gives us a chance to win. So I feel like that's going to help too.
I just hope the receivers win.
They have to.
Yeah, they don't. The game's over.
I mean, that's for both teams.
They do. I definitely just hope those receivers win, and of course, the ball has to be delivered to them in an area where they can make a play. Like we've been mentioning, though, Jalen Hurts, that's a great quarterback that we're talking about. I mean, he's very battle tested, as we mentioned. Right? He's been there, done that. It's not much that he lacks as an athlete, as a player. So he's more than capable, but decision making, I worry about crunch time. I've been saying it for 40 minutes now. Right? And it's you versus me, and a play has to be made. Who would I rather have?
Everyone's going to take Mahomes.
Everyone's easily going to take Mahomes. He has the stimulus package included. So You're gonna take Mahomes. As far as having a better game, a better night, though, I think it's gonna be Jalen Hurts. Though, when we talk about his all-around ability, he's gonna be throwing the ball, he's gonna be running the ball, and ultimately, if I think the Eagles can win the game, if him and Mahomes are stats just at the end of the night are similar. But they have to be better in order for them to, really put themselves in the area to have a chance, I feel.
The Jalen's?
Yeah, Jalen's does, in my opinion.
I don't
think so.
Yeah.
I do think so because, again, Saquon's going to do his thing. Like, he's going to be there. He's going to be running the ball. He's going to have a large workload, right? But, again, finding that end zone, those third and longs that occur come Super Bowl time, you definitely need Jalen to capitalize and do what he needs to do there. That's my take.
Sure.
That's my take. Anywho, all right, gentlemen. So those are the matchups that we have. We've talked a lot about the Super Bowl strategy, coaching, defense, O-line, OCs, DCs. All right. There's one thing we have not mentioned just yet, and it is very, very important to the Super Bowl. So we have to touch on this. Okay. All right. I seen a TikTok this morning. And it was a dude, everybody has their takes. Everybody, likes their artists or dislikes their artists, whatever it was. But his take was the fact that Kendrick Lamar, how many Grammys is that? 5? Was it 5?
Yeah, this year. I think it was 5.
I wish I could. Hold on. I'm trying to zoom in just a little bit for y'all. Y'all see?
Yeah, it's fine.
Y'all see the DAG acronym on the Grammy? Y'all don't see the Drake Aubrey Graham? Yeah, y'all don't see that. Like,
anyway.
Yeah, they see it for real. Okay. This is okay. This is all good. It's all good. Bro, what a Grammy for 5 Grammys for talking about Drake. Now he performing at the Super Bowl. They not like us, A minor. We're all singing that. Like, and
let's not act like it wasn't the song of the summer. That was the song of the summer, bro. Like we can't
got overplayed, bro. Like quickly,
bro. Like, what are we doing?
Because every song of the summer gets overplayed. Like that's what the song of the summer is. Like what are we talking about?
5 Grammys, Julia. Not every song of the summer gets 5.
I agree. 5 is OD. Like it being him dissing Drake is obviously a huge factor in him, winning some of those awards.
It's the only factor.
I'm not going to deny that. I'm just saying
not
the
like
song
us,
was lit,
one of the top songs in Kendrick's discography.
Bro, it was the timing. It's the impact of the song, not just the song itself. We all know this. Like, there's way more. Yes, there's more to it than just the song. The fact that he did we had a huge rap beef with 2 of the biggest artists in the game. Like, come on now.
Drake didn't win nothing.
Drake lost the beef.
Oh, did he? Oh, did he? So what's his daughter's name?
Oh, I don't care about that.
What do you mean you don't care about that? He lost beef. He was hiding his offspring.
That was you think that was the trump card in the beef, like that he had a daughter that he was hiding. That was a tough Jew? That was like the 8th song. That was like the 8th song in the beef. Like that's not even the most played song. Bro. That's not even the most played song. Like this, Not Like Us is the song that we all know. Like, come on now.
So you can say anything on a song we don't play, but if it were to catch fire or whatever, the bars have to be valid. So everything he said in Not Like Us was true.
So you think that everyone's just spitting facts on their songs? Like there's not a lot of rap cap going on? Like there's
a lot of rap cap going on, which makes this all very weird to me. Like it definitely makes it all very strange.
No,
like,
but you're picking and choosing right now. Like, yeah, Kendrick can't rap. He can't rap cap in a beef, but then Drake will go on a song talking about he's shooting folks and stuff like that or whatever. Like he had shooters in this. Like,
oh, wait a second.
Like
wait
like
a second.
Canadian. Like, come on.
Wait a second, bro.
Drake's in this beef talking about people from Atlanta while parading around the city with 21 Savage for the last year. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So like, I can't co-sign what you're saying right now. People can say what they want on songs, and we have to just leave it at face value or hold it at face value. Come on.
Face value is crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah, face value is crazy, but we did go through. I mean, they called him a pedophile, Joe. Like,
Yeah, whoa.
yeah, they called that man a pedophile for us. So
They say he was fucking. Let me chill. But they say he was hunching down kids. Like I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
I mean,
That's a lie.
There's no
Is that a
evidence
lie?
to
Like, do we
support,
know this? Like, we know that?
We
You can't-
do, but there's no tangible evidence to support that.
Yeah, bro, that's true for almost everything. Like that's just how allegations go. Like you have to beat the allegations. Like what are we doing?
You gotta beat the allegation.
Yes.
I guess where
Do you think all these
where-
people
yeah,
are
that's
not weird?
beat that.
Like
Huh?
I'm just saying, like there's a lot of weird entertainers out there as we've seen recently. So like
I didn't say
why
he
is
did.
he above smashing a 17-year-old? Like I don't know if he is above that. He be wild. We know
How
that.
do you know Kendrick is above that?
I don't know that.
Okay.
And I'm not acting like he is. Like, come on now. He said that Kendrick was beating his wife. Like, I don't know if he was or not. Y'all didn't hear that one? That's what Drake
I
said.
definitely heard that one.
Yeah, they said he was beating on his wife. Maybe he
That's
was.
easy
And they
to
said
say,
that his
though.
homie smashed his wife too. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that the kid is hers. Or the
Might
kid
be
is his
Avery.
homie's.
It is.
That was never denied.
I don't-
That's all I'm saying. Like, that's all I'm saying.
What do you mean that was died?
It was never denied.
Oh, so his son's not his son. It's really his homie's son. And
It
his son
is.
his friend.
This is top dogs. Like,
Drew. No, Drew, come on.
is that out of the realm of
This
possibility?
is
Like,
where
it's
it gets
actually
thrown
a
up.
documented
You
fact
think that he is
his
throwing-
girl and Top Dog used to, they used to talk.
So
Like,
you think that he is raising his homie's son with his
Dude.
wife
There's
that's
no
not even
picture
the
of him
craziest
holding him. Like,
while they were married?
Julian,
No,
you're a
way.
boss. The man that pays you, all right. You see what I'm saying? Is having public relations as well with the woman that is she on the album cover? Is she on that cover?
yeah.
I think she on the cover.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I think she on the cover for real. So again, beyond the point. All I'm saying is, again, it was very weird how something like this happened. We're gonna see this man on the Super Bowl. But what I'm really here to ask y'all and talk about is, again, not like us. Not only is it a very vulgar song, if you will, so you may not play every lyric in a Super Bowl setting. It's possible. We've seen it happen, right?
He's going to play that.
He'll play the instrumental. I don't know if he'll rap over it. But what the
There will be folks quit walking on stage tomorrow about 7:30 p.m. ET. I'm just gonna let you know.
they will be, but is he going to
They're gonna
sit
be
there
quit
and say
walking
A
on stage
minor?
when the song comes on. That's gonna happen.
He gonna say A minor on live television, national television.
He may cut it off right before that, but the crowd is gonna sing it for sure. You know,
We all know the lyrics at this point. Like,
I'm
if there's
saying
no
he's
cut
gonna
off
cut it off right before
like,
that, and he's gonna just be like, "Yeah," and the crowd's gonna say A minor, and like,
nah, he cursing too much in that song is all I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he can. If he dices it up, it's just not gonna sound good to me. Like, I hate when they have to
you
dice
wanted
it
Lil
up.
Wayne though, but you wanted Lil Wayne.
Facts. Lil Wayne has a great discography, just like Kendrick Lamar. There are many other songs he could go to.
I'm trolling.
I know you are, but anywho, there are many other songs that you could go to.
I'm knowing.
But I mean, so y'all think he's walking out with that, like, corny as
No,
possible?
I don't think that's gonna be the first song.
Can't be. What's the first song that he plays?
Might be Poetic Justice.
You're an idiot.
We might bring up Drake,
Yeah.
and then might go up. That'll be
like
tough. That'll be tough.
We could start there too. I mean, that is the follow-up question. Like, is he gonna bring any guest artists, celebrities on stage?
Sis is out. Sis is already confirmed out, isn't she?
I believe so. So that, of course, they're gonna play their song. I think they have 2 or 3.
They have like 5. They have a lot
For
of songs.
Morale, they got like. I thought Morale had 2.
Yeah, this last album had 2. I'm pretty sure, or maybe between her album and his album.
Yeah.
But I feel like it might be, since she's coming out, I feel like it might be the song from Black Panther, all the stars, or
She was on that.
she's the girl singing on it.
That was years ago.
Or what else? Like Element or something like that. I can see Element.
I mean, he's definitely gonna have to do Element, DNA.
I wanna
DNA
hear
is
the-
really might be my choice for like the walkout song. Like that might have to be it. Either that or Humble, right?
Oh yeah, Humble. I forgot about that too.
Hmm.
I feel like it'll be Element.
Yeah, probably Element.
I don't know. I always get so mad because these are my artists at this point, right? So it's just like there's so many I would love to see. Like if he got up there talking about so levitate, it look at you. I like that. I'm about to listen to that. But
That would be
if
hard.
he got up there like that, I would have been turned. Do y'all think he's gonna do like Goosebumps or something like that?
Probably for the show. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if he'll get there. Like, because he has to. There's a persona that he has to, maintain and keep up. Like he might keep it,
That's fair.
keep it woke, keep it woke out there for real.
Maybe I want to hear him say if you what do you say? If you want to slap I'm gonna make it look sexy. I want to hear that. I can't fill in the blank.
Sexy.
If I gotta slap yeah. That was the one that went the hardest at his concerts. I saw him where we were at Rolling Loud. You were there, Ian. He was out there, and then I think you were there too, Mo, at the Atlanta one, weren't you?
No,
You weren't there. This is like senior. I think this is like senior year, right after we graduated high school. That was tough too.
Yeah, he's a tough performer.
I'm gonna be mad though. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be mad when he comes out there playing Wesley's Theory. He gonna come out there playing Black of the Berry.
Yeah, I feel like he has to play his hit. He has to play his hits though,
bro. I'm telling y'all, man. Like
he has.
Anyway. Okay, all right, let's pretend he plays his biggest hits. Then who is he bringing out there though? Like who is the feature? Well, it could just be an artist that's not. They don't have no songs together. It could be, but normally they do. So who would that be besides SZA?
I don't know who he's gonna bring out. I honestly have no clue right now.
Someone from the West
I have
Coast.
to look back at all his music.
He may bring out. He had a dude.
Rihanna would be hard.
Or
Rihanna, that would be hard.
we're not doing that.
Yeah, they'd have to pay her too much.
That's not happening. But
I guess she's too buddy with Drake, so that would be thrown.
A$AP Rocky's girl is too buddy with Drake. It's no wonder this man is holding these Grammys like that. That's crazy. Anywho, what I mean, it could be just Metro. Like, since y'all are best friends now, like, it could just be Metro.
And Dr. Dre may come out.
Dre could be hard, but we just do that though.
Yeah.
Didn't Dre just do the Super Bowl with Eminem? Wasn't it?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we had that, so I'm not really trying to hear.
Yeah, I have no clue who he's gonna bring out.
He should bring one, I think he's gonna bring. He had an artist.
Oh, he's gonna bring out King, Baby King. Their family.
Yeah, I can see that.
Nah. There's no
Their
way.
family.
Yeah, what's that song?
He does.
He might be on stage. He's not performing anything. No, let's stop it. No, we gotta stop it.
He has a hit. They have a hit together, do they not?
Yeah, what's it called?
They do actually. I'm tripping.
Yeah, wow.
They slick. Yeah, you might be right.
That was Song of the Year last year, or whenever it came out. 2 years ago?
Yeah, when we was at Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
But Joe, I mean, isn't it fake if he doesn't bring Keem out there? Like
That's what I'm saying. They're family. Like I think he'll bring him out.
if he does not bring Keem,
That would be throw if he didn't.
You got to take away those Grammys, too. I'm sure Keem wrote all that. Let me chill.
fact,
My fault. Chill.
This is getting fun. So so it's P&D. P&D is writing all Drake's Grammy songs, huh? Party Next Door. Magic Jordan is writing Drake's songs. Magic Jordan wrote multiple of Drake's Grammys.
Music is definitely a collaborative process. It's just crazy when, at one point we're not talking about you, and then all of a sudden, like, you're arranged, brother. Like you it's Neymar and Messi now. Like it's whatever. But oh yeah, neither here nor there. All right, gentlemen. Anything else on the Super Bowl before we wrap this thing up?
Nah, I'm chilling.
It's gonna be a good game. Y'all got any big plans?
Just going to Jacobs.
All right. Yeah, just gotta chill with the co-workers. Apparently, they seen Baker Mayfield in a coffee shop this morning. So who knows? Maybe he's coming to the get together. But all right, y'all. That's it for our part.
Let me hear your predictions.
What now?
Let me hear your predictions. Who's gonna win?
Chiefs.
Joey?
I got Eagles.
You?
What about you?
Right, you're right. Come on.
What about you is crazy.
What?
You have to ask though. Like you really never know what he's thinking.
You'll be like, yeah, I put money on the Chiefs. Like that.
I would if I could. Like, I don't have a bookie, but it's whatever.
Yeah, you're thorough. But I think I'm gonna go. I want the Eagles to win, so I'm just gonna say Eagles.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'll clip this too.
I would definitely never put money out.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, are you really seriously betting against Mahomes in this thing?
Yeah, that's a losing bet every year. So
like against Mahomes and
I'm just doing it for fun right now. Like I think I want to see the Eagles win instead of Mahomes get number 4. So Eagles.
Like you truly think you beat Mahomes? No, you don't. Look
I think we're gonna blow him out if we win.
Look at him. That's it for our part, man. We'll see y'all next week. Stay tuned for details on when we get in on. See you.
All right.